Good morning. So today we are going to discuss about an industrial case study on a selection of solar panels. For this, I am taking an industry which is running with nearly 100 employees, and they are presently facing some economic crisis, and they thought of analyzing on what ways the industry is losing money, and they analyzed the cost cutting strategies also. And I noticed around 70,000 rupees is being spent for electricity bill every month, and they listed out what are the ways we can reduce the expenses, and this is our empathy part. And it found that we can create awareness among the employees, and we can reduce the usage of individual components like fan, light, desktop, PC, printer, etc., and finding alternate energy supply. So among these three, they found that creating awareness doesn't yield a good result, and minimizing the usage of individual component is also very difficult in a present scenario. And they thought of identifying an alternate energy supply. So now this is the empathy, and detailed study is being made on the expenses, and they identified that this is the possible way to reduce the problem. And the proven and best option is the installation of solar cell, which is an alternative energy source, and this is the definition for the problem. And why solar panels? So the answer is, first one, it will reduce the money, that is, it will reduce the expenses. And second one, return on investment. So once if we are installing a solar panel, after 1 or 2 years, the amount of money spent on the solar panel will be the profit. Okay, so every year we will not spend money on electricity. In turn, the uh, amount what we invested will give us return. And third one is, the solar panels are very easy to install, and within a week it could be installed in a company, so which will give us a better result. And is there any variety in market? Yes, there are two types of solar cells in that is presently available in the market. One is single crystalline solar cell, and second one is called as polycrystalline solar cell. Now we are concerned with what is the best variety in the market, and there is another variety called as thin film solar cell, which you can see in the image. So among these three, thin film solar cell is still in experimental level. So the two solar cells like single crystalline and polycrystalline have reached the market and created a great impact. So now we are going to have a better understanding about the selection of these two solar cells. So which is an ideate part, and which is suitable for me. Yes, there are two types, and in which I have to invest. That is a big question mark, and we can go ahead to find out which is best. So we have certain important points, so on which we can assess the properties of these two solar cells. The first property is efficiency. So when we compare the efficiency of these two solar cell, that is monocrystalline solar cell and polycrystalline solar cell, and monocrystalline solar cell have a relatively high efficiency. It is having around 17 to 20 percentage of efficiency, whereas in the case of polycrystalline solar cells, it will have an efficiency of around 13 to 16 percentage. So this efficiency percentage will be relatively proportional with cost of the solar cell. If we require a 20 percentage efficient solar cell, the cost of that solar cell will be higher, and if we are requiring around 17 percentage efficiency of solar cell, then the cost will be relatively lesser. So the efficiency is directly proportional to cost of the solar cell. And second category or criteria is design. So as far as design is concerned, the monocrystalline solar cell will be in black color, and the polycrystalline solar cell will be in a silver and bluish silver color. So it will be having a luster surface, that is polycrystalline, but monocrystalline solar cell will have a black color surface. And Regarding the size of these two solar cells, monocrystalline will have a lesser dimension than the polycrystalline solar cell. Can you guess what is the next criteria that we are going to discuss? Yes, that is right. It is space. So polycrystalline solar cell will occupy more space. So for installing 100 watt of power generating solar cell in polycrystalline category, we need this amount of dimension. And for a monocrystalline solar cell, the dimension is a little bit lesser, that is 38 cross 33 cross 19 centimeter, which is the dimension of the solar panel which will generate 100 watts of energy. And for polycrystalline, it will be around 66.6 into 35 into 100, that is in dimensions given in centimeters, for generating 100 watts. So when you compare these two things, it is nearly double the size. Polycrystalline solar cell is double the size of monocrystalline solar cell. So if we are going for a polycrystalline solar cell, what we require is space. So we require large space for generating the required amount of power if we are going for polycrystalline, whereas if we are going for monocrystalline solar cell, the space required is relatively lesser than the polycrystalline solar cell. The next criteria is performance. So regarding the performance, here I had shown two pictures. One is a picture which is denoting a cold weather, and the next picture is denoting a bright weather. Okay, so regarding the performance, the monocrystalline solar cells can even generate electricity even in cold weather regions, but the polycrystalline solar panels can generate electricity only in hot weather regions. So it also we need to consider where the location of installation is. So if we are in a hot climatic surrounding, then we can easily go for polycrystalline, but in cold weather regions or cold weather countries, we cannot go for polycrystalline because the efficiency still it get reduced. As we discussed, its efficiency is around 13 to 17%, but when we are installing the polycrystalline solar cell in cold weather climatic regions, still the efficiency will get reduced. Nearly 8 to 10% of efficiency only we could attain. And the last one is, I think it is price. So when we compare the price of monocrystalline, it is expensive relative to the polycrystalline. For generating 100 watt of power, we need to invest around 7,800 rupees, and for polycrystalline we need to invest around 3,800, which is half the amount. But regarding performance, monocrystalline is far better than polycrystalline, and regarding the cost, monocrystalline is also far higher than the polycrystalline. So in conclusion, we need to include all the factors what we discussed now, and we have to select a right solar cell for our case. So if we are in a cold weather climate, probably we need to go only to monocrystalline solar cell. If we are in hot weather climate, we can go for either polycrystalline or monocrystalline if we have a large space. So if we have a limited space, we cannot go for polycrystalline, we have to stick over to monocrystalline irrespective of cost. So I think this video is useful to you. Thank you.